Good morning, everyone, especially to our instructor, Ma'am Melody Sumugat. Good morning. So, our topic for today is all about setting the objectives. The important thing is to arouse in children in real feeling for and color and form have the power to lead right into life. These details are essential to the vitality of the work by Rodolph Steiner, 1922. So, ang sinasabi dito ay, pagdating sa arts ay mahalaga ang color at saka form para sa isang taggagawa ng art. Lalong-lalo na sa mga children, mahalaga ang color and form para sa isang artwork. So, let's proceed to the Sky Balloons. Sky Balloons 2017 Special Needs Students Collaboration are right-click on Canvas. An example of a differentiated activity for students with varied abilities. Some students painted an abstract background using sponges, brushes, and tissue with glue. So, sinasabi naman dito, nakikita naman din sa picture na ito ang gawa ng isang estudyante. So, ilan sa mga estudyante ang ginamit nila ay sponges, brushes, at tissue na may glue. At ang isa pang mag-aaral ay nag-sketch ng hot air balloon gamit ang oil pastel. Kapag pinipinta ang mga lobo, isang stencil naman ang ginagamit upang mapanatili ang mga kulay sa loob ng isang hugis. So, mas madali sa mag-aaral na gumamit ng oil pastels. Ilan yun sa mga estudyante para mas sketch nila yung yung art na kanilang gagawin. So, next. So, the continuum of choice. So, ito naman yung magiging choice nila para sa art when it comes to the curriculum guide. So, in setting your learning objectives, it is important that you determine what your goals are before planning out or selecting an art activity. You can find a fun activity from Pinterest, an online art and crafts social media sharing site that seems fun to do in your grade 1 class. So, however, if it is out of topic and does not fit your curriculum goals, you may have to set it aside. So, sa pag pili naman ng art. So, importante din daw na mag-plan muna kung ano yung isa-set nyo na yung art sa whole sem or whole duration ng class nyo. So, si teacher mas mainam sa kanya na hanap siya ng mga pwede rin siya kumuha ng mga pictures from Pinterest, lalong-lalo na din sa grade 1. Kapag gagawa kayo ng mga arts is importante din na mas doon kayo kuha ng guide sa curriculum guide. Kapag hindi daw out of the topic na, mas better na iset aside muna. So next is when introducing a new material or technique to children, it is common for teacher to teach step by step. However, a good art teacher should not expect an exact outcome. So, dito naman sabi, ayon kay Hume 2008, kapag mag-introduce ka ng new material sa mga bata, importante din muna na turuan ng mga bata kung saan ito igagamitin. Turuan din ng mga bata ng step by step when it comes to art. Dahan-dahan silang i-guide sa mga lalo-lalo sa mga art na hindi nila masyado na pang nakita or unfamiliar pa sa mga bata. So, when it comes to art din, wag din mag-expect sa teacher ng perfect na outcome or exact outcome. Ang importante lang ay maihayag ng children yung kanilang creativity and independence when it comes to art. So, let's proceed. Teaching children in their early grades, especially children with special needs, should always be given the opportunity to practice the freedom to choose and decide for themselves, even if it is a small aspect of a art making process. So, when it comes sa early grades, so elementary grades, so importante din na bigyan ng freedom yung bata to choose ano yung gustong art na kanilang i-draw. Even in the even in the art na kapag ito yung gusto nyong i-target, so mas mainam din sa na i-ask yung bata kung saan siya nahihirapan o saan naman siya na nadadalian. So, para sa ganun ay may better outcome. So
Right.
next is in teaching for artistic behavior, TAB, also known as TAB. Douglas and Jackett, 2018, explained the progression of choice, which is how tasks and decisions are prescribed by the teacher versus the freedom of the choice of the student. So dito naman is choice-based approach ito siya, where students na makaka-learn sila ng mga skills, new concepts for the para maka-explore pa sila ng mga arts. Then yun nga, makaka-choose pa sila ng own concepts nila, materials, tools, and techniques. So, choice din ng student kung ano ang art na kanilang gustong gawin. So, it's their freedom too. So, towards the end of the quarter or school year, students have opportunities to explore. So, yun nga, may opportunity din sila makapag-explore at makapag-take risk, makagawa din ng mga pagkakamali. Siyempre sa art is hindi maiwasan na magkamali. So, si teacher is siya yung facilitator sa learning ng bata. So sa picture na to makikita rin dito na ang sa 2D saan dito? Sa right side ay sa left side, so yung bata is ina-analyze niya kung yung graphite, pag sinabing graphite, ito yung nagse-sketch sila ng through pencil. Yung ginagamit nilang pencil, so ginagamit from light to dark na color. So yun siya, graphite. So sa naman sa right side na picture is dito naman is pinapahiwatig nitong picture yung kung ano yung na-imagine ng bata. So yun yung nina-draw nila. So, that's it. So next is children create art not because they want their works to be posted in museums or sold in art galleries. Children draw, color, paint, and build because it's fun and it helps them express their thoughts, feelings, experiences, and wishes. So, ayon kay Teacher Precious, so ang children daw ay nag-create sila ng art, hindi lang para lang ipakita sa sambayanan. O ipakita sa parang para ibenta lang, para ibenta or ipapakita sa karamihan or ganyan. So ang children daw ay nagdo-draw sila, nagko-color sila para mas ma-express pa nila yung sa kanilang thoughts, sa kanilang sarili, kung ano yung kanilang nararamdaman. So when it comes to their experiences, dinodraw din nila yung kung ano yung kanilang napagdaanan. So, through that, dun sila mas naging expressive at saka dun sila mas na-enjoy at saka nagiging engaging yung learning ng bata.
Okay, let's talk about the approaches in teaching art. In a teacher-directed learning, the teacher sets the objectives of the activity, materials, techniques, STEM, etc., and follows the curriculum goals intended for that grade level. Depending on that unit plan, the activity might also be focused on the technique, example, chiaroscuro painting, shading using graphite, waving, and etc., in which case the student should follow criteria to achieve a certain standard. So when we talk about the approaches in teaching art, teachers-directed learning. Teachers-directed learning, this is a teaching method. The teacher sets the objectives of the activity. Like, teacher must set the objective to aim the goal. Kung ano ba yung gustong maabot ng isang guro pagdating sa art. So, ginaset niya yung what kinds of activity, what kinds of materials, what kinds of techniques, and them ang gagamitin. So, follows the curriculum goals. So, kapag pagdating sa art, kailangan gina-follow ni teacher yung curriculum goals. Hindi pwedeng gagawa-gawa lang si teacher ng approaches. Dapat naka-follow siya sa curriculum goals. So, kung ano ba yung grade level ng students na kanyang tinuturuan. Depending on the unit plan, the activity might also be focused on the technique. So, nakadepend siya sa unit plan. Kung ano ba yung plan, okay, it depend on the unit plan. It might be also it focus on the technique. Example, for example, the chiaroscuro painting and the shading using graphite. So, I don't have the example. So, and the weaving. You know what is weaving, class? Yung parang tela good siya na ginatahi. And in which case, the student should follow criteria to achieve certain standards. So, kailangan si student ma-follow niya yung mga criteria. Kailangan ma-achieve ni student yung certain standard. So, next is in some technical and specialized art program which focus on developing skills in drawing, animation, painting, or crafts. A syllabus serves as guide to distribute each topic into the number of sessions available for the school year. So, sa ibang program daw is nag-focus sila to develop the skills of the students. For example, si students is magaling siya mag-drawing. Si students is magaling siya maggawa ng animation. Si students magaling mag-painting. Or si students magaling siya mag-craft. So, the specialized art program is focusing on the developing skills of one another's. So, they serve as guide to distribute each topic into the number of session. So, yun daw, sabi nila, ang art program is nakafocus lang sa pag-develop ng skills ng isang bata. So, the next one is setting objectives for a discipline-based art education approach. The DepEd Art curriculum uses the discipline-based art education. The DBE, or they call it the discipline-based art education approach, to primarily teach art concepts like art history and technical skills such as directed drawing, copying, and painting that measures dexterity, neatness, and accuracy. Lessons and art examples are usually inspired by works of national artists or by Philippines indigenous tribe. The Bay is also ideal for integrating other disciplines such as language, math, and science. So, ang DepEd Art curriculum ay gumawa sila ng approach na tinatawag na Discipline-Based Art Education, the DBAE or DBAE. This is a primarily teach art concept like ginaturo dito is yung mga history, technical skills such as drawing, copying, and painting. Then, nagme-measure ng dexterity, neatness, and accuracy of art. So, lesson and art example are usually inspired by works of national artists. So, lahat ng mga example ng mga art is gina-inspired ito ng mga artist ng Pilipinas. Kagaya ng mga indigenous tribes. So, kilala natin si national artists or by Philippines indigenous tribe is, we all know that Lang Dulay is the famous weavers. Lesson and art example are usually inspired by works of national artists or by Philippines indigenous tribes. So we also know the Lang Dulay, the famous weavers in indigenous tribe. So siya po yung pinaka-sikat na weavers tribe. The Bay is also ideal for integrating other disciplines such as language, math, and science. So, the discipline-based art is also integrating the other discipline. For example, language, math, and science.
So, dito tayo sa learner-centered approach. Teachers must be exemplars of way of life. They must be artistic and able to improvise, free preconceptions, and forever expecting the unexpected. They must be sensitive and receptive to the changes in human nature and to the human nature. Rudolf Steiner. So, ayon kay Rudolf Steiner, ang mga guro ay dapat maging halimbawa ng isang paraan ng pamumuhay dahil ang kanilang mga aksyon ay may malaking impluwensya sa kanilang mga mag-aaral. Naniniwala din si Steiner na ang pagtuturo ay hindi lamang pagbibigay ng kaalaman, kundi pati na rin sa pagpapaunlad at moralidad ng mga bata. Next, in a learner-centered approach, the teachers act as facilitator and involves a more spontaneous teaching or open-ended activity that gives more opportunities for student-led exploration, self-expression, and decision-making. So, ang open-ended activities is ito yung mga gawain na walang isang tamang sagot o paraan ng paggawa, kung saan nakapagbibigay ng pagkakataon sa mga estudyante na mag-isip ng malaya, makapag-eksperimento, at makapag-explore. A good example of this is teaching for artistic behavior tab wherein students are encouraged to work with the theme and medium that they want in so-called media centers, paint centers, drawing centers, clay centers, etc. A learner-centered approach is also ideal for teaching children with special needs who have different levels of skills, needs, interests, and responses, especially when teaching in mixed-level classroom. Ang mga media centers tulad ng paint centers, drawing centers, at clay centers ay mga espesyal na lugar sa loob ng isang media center na nakatuon sa pagpapaunlad ng mga kasanayan at sining at pagkamalikhain ng mga bata. For example, sa paint centers, nagbibigay ng pagkakataon para sa mga mag-aaral na makapag-eksperimento sa iba't ibang teknik, materyales, pagpipinta.
Setting objectives for a learner-centered approach. In setting objectives for a learner-centered approach, teachers should focus on developing the child's creativity and self-expression through choice, best, theme, and medium. In tab, teams must connect with students' lives and interests to be effective. Topics for teams can come from student current events, classroom studies, or can emerge directly out of student work. By Douglas and Chucky 2018. So, example nito is halimbawa yung mga bata is ang karamihan sa kapaligiran nila is maraming bulaklak, maraming puno, or mga animals. So, kung ang interest naman nila is about in nature, so kung mahilig sila sa nature, so madali sa kanila ang gumawa ng mga drawings. Madaling makaano yung utak nila, ma-develop kasi yung interest nga nila is kung maglaro. So halimbawa na yung nakikita nila sa sa paligid nila is yun yung kumbaga is madali nilang tandaan ang kanilang drawing. Sa animals naman, kung syempre araw-araw nakikita ng mga bata yung mga animals is kung may ginagawa silang drawing is mapapadali sa kanila yung pag-drawing. Sa bulaklak naman, sa mga colors, ganyan. So, while na ginadrawing ng mga bata is madali sa kanilang matutunan yung mga art na nasa paligid lang nila nakikita. So, ito yung example nung Christmas tree. So, yung guro is nagpagawa siya ng Christmas tree. Imbes na gumawa yung bata na sundin yung drawing na Christmas tree is gumawa siya ng kanyang self-interest na drawing. So, yun, naging may kamay yung Christmas tree at medyo may nagkahugis na ilong at mata. So, yun nga, yung mga bata is kung ano yung ginabigay natin sa kanila, minsan hindi niyan nasusundan kasi nga may sarili silang interes na yung kanilang ginagawa is ay yung ano yung nasa utak nila, yun talaga yung sinusundan nila. Teaching for artistic behavior, also known as TAB, this approach has 3-sentence curriculum. The child is the artist, what do artists do, and the art room is the art studio. So, halimbawa nito is yung may tatlo siyang halimbawa. So, yun ang bata is ang artist. Tapos ano yung ginagawa ng artist. At saka yung room ang kanilang studio. So si Reggio Emilia, this approach use a constructivist self-guided curriculum that applies self-directed hands-on experience in relationship-driven environment that focus mainly on early childhood education. Si Muso 2019. So halimbawa nito is yung mga daycare. So, di ba yung mga daycare ng mga bata is nakukuha mo yung interest nila sa pamamagitan ng mga activities, yung practical na activities, halimbawa yung mga colors, mga things na mga ginagawa, halimbawa yung colors or yung mga shape, o pinapagawa mo yan sa mga bata. So, nag-i-improve yung kanilang mga memorya at saka yung interest nila, nagiging masaya pa sila sa ginagawa nila. Kasi nga ang mga bata is nagiging masaya sila sa mga things at saka sa mga colors. Yan, na-attract sila sa mga ganyan. Si Rudolf Steiner, also known as Waldorf education, displays that greatest importance on giving children what is appropriate for their age with artistic love and loving art. So ito naman si Rudolf Steiner is ang sa kanya naman is ang importante na binibigay daw na art sa mga bata is yung naayon sa edad nila. So, ano ba talaga yung gusto nilang gawin at yung interest nila.